you're working on a book, an extraordinary book, and I'm helping you edit it, and there's a lot of work. And this morning, I guess I was a little irritable. I kind of snapped. I said something, there was kind of an edge to my voice. It didn't erupt. We didn't get in an argument. Later, you approached me and you expressed your feelings, and I found it. So to me, it feels like a new template of maybe how men are supposed to interact and kind of deal with issues instead of like getting each other's faces. Can you just talk about that?
Yeah. You and I, and we're not alone as men, but you and I are an extraordinarily sensitive men. And we've got a wide range of emotions, and we're working very intimately together. And there's a lot of expansion going on. We're finishing with the book, and now we're talking about agents. And so there was a flash. And, it became very contentious there for a short time. And this may sound strange, but I actually welcome that in relationship. That was very real. The thing that I appreciate the most was I sat with all that. I didn't make you wrong. I didn't think, wow, this shouldn't happen. We got a big problem. I just knew it was another kind of a leaf or another petal in our relationship. And so coming back to you, I want to tell you how much I appreciate that you gave me a safe space to talk about what my experience was. You heard me. You also were looking at it yourself. You were aware of what came down. You'd had your own reflections, and then you honestly acknowledged you're part of it and what you're working with this pattern that goes beyond me and goes beyond our relationship. So your level of ownership, and to me, that whole conversation about our encounter just brings me closer to you. Just so grateful. I have always experienced in relationship that challenges are an opportunity to grow closer. They just are.
Yeah, I guess I just have one question, which is, I was kind of under the assumption we had it all worked out, and then just in this last video or a previous video, you mentioned to the viewer that I put my finger over the camera, and I was kind of hoping that would go past unnoticed, and I'm just wondering if that was like, an act of retribution. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I brought it up. I brought up the fact that I had shaken the camera. So I'm just kidding when I say that. No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that we can talk, and get into stuff. I mean, it feels like that's what men have to be able to start to do, is to figure out ways that is not combative and non-aggressive, but not repressing it either.
Right. Well, we're talking about intimacy. And in any intimate relationship, and you and I are extraordinarily close, you have your internal patterns and things that you're working with to heal, and I have mine, and sometimes those cross horns a little bit. The fact that we can make room for that and then talk about that, it just deepens the friendship, because then we get to use the relationship as a chance to heal and become more whole. Wow.
And that feels kind of groundbreaking. No, I don't know if that maybe that's a bit much, but here we are, two straight guys, and we're extraordinarily close. Like we are.
I've never been closer to anyone.
Even if I put my finger on the camera when I'm filming?
Especially when you put your finger on the camera. That's how I know that I love you.